Lovely morning to you all. Now, I know that not all of you have a glamorous possum morning every morning, but me and Gigi here are going to go through our tutorial on how to have not only a spiritually good morning, but a beautifully glamorous good morning. Now, let's address the zebra in the room. Most people don't have marsupial friendly, you know, cleaning products and beauty glamorous products. We don't test on our possums. We try to get cruelty free. If you go into Sephora, just take your possum. You want to get them correct shaded. They do tend to be on the paler side, so it is a bit hard to find foundation. Now, hair extensions for your possum. I don't know if we've gone over these before, but we want to find natural hair extensions and do listen to your possum about what colors they like. Always be sure to respect your possum's choices. Their identity is both beautiful and brave. How does this woman do this without cracking herself up? Honestly, y'all, can we talk about just this hair? Because I have at least two questions, and I feel like I'm going to get pulled over for shooting JR and or a Sally Field impression. I'm like, they like me. They really like me. Y'all, I feel like I should be on Dynasty or somewhere where there's dramatic pauses. It's Mr. Mo was like, I still like it better than a pixie cut. And I was like, no, you could have come home to this in the 80s. Also, how did y'all wear hats? Like, did you just rest them atop your head? A serious question, because I don't know how anyone wore a baseball hat in the 80s. But as I was saying, now Vidal Sassoon is very comforting. Do check with your marsupial beauty, consultants before giving your possum a hot oil treatment. They have very gentle skin. Now, my possum is getting her maternity shoot. It's a glorious time. She's a bit of a, well, let's just say, when you get a little Lambrusco in her, she's a bit of a tart. Now, it's important to discuss contraceptive choices with your possum before they get tarted up. As a possum parent, abstinence is always the best choice. And we did try to have that talk. But, well, like her mom, you get a bunch of, you get a little wine in you and things happen. We always love our blessings. Now, this is not only about, our beautiful outside, but our beautiful inside. And I want to show you how I start each morning. Now, most spiritualists will tell you to start with sage because we want to get things out. But for those of us who are really keyed in and want to get the negativity out of our lives, well, we happen to have the claymation head of a certain Massachusetts lawyer. And we just say, by the laurel, by the laurel, by the laurel. And by summoning the negative spirit of Hank Brennan, we are able to get all the negativity into the Brennan head. Now, sage will work sometimes, but if you got a real cunty infestation, only the Brennan head will do. Trademark coming to merch stores near you. Spend your money, send your tributes. I keep wanting to go and just tell people I have Grey Poupon. I feel like the most bougie 80s woman I have ever met. And in an off note, I'm pretty sure my grandma had this jacket. And had I known, because my grandma was classy and she had the, clip on earrings that would go with this and the necklace. had I known that I was gonna need these in my new life, I would have kept them. So you're telling me you don't have a Hank Brennan head at home? Now, why is that? Have you ever stopped to consider that maybe all of life's problems were caused and end with Hank Brennan? I don't know. But the zebra in the room, shh, is that if you're a dick, maybe don't look like an asshole. But that's enough possum positivity. So after we've cleared the channels of negativity, we then have to practice positivity. And I like to think of things that I positively will no longer accept. Like, when your possum tries to run away. Now, usually you can fix this with a light application of chloroform. Now, chloroform is not sold at your local marsupial store. It is, I think, able to make it if you go on the interwebs, allegedly in Minecraft. And honestly, this is one of the more normal pets I've had. I did also talk to Dylan Mulvaney. But now, you want to make sure that your hair has the lovely bounce of at least 3 cans of Raid. Now, you want to get volume, and I'm talking you want Tammy Faye Baker. We're looking for Country Music Awards, Tammy Wynette. And so you're going to need one of these. Now, if you have not seen one of these are called a rat tail. And you just take your hunk of hair right here, and you just want to back curl that, back, tease it. Now, this might make your hair just a touch rough, but ain't nobody going to touch your hair. It is the volume. If your hair does not have volume, how are you protected? Also, going to the salon weekly is good. After my husband and I divorced, after I found him with that lying bitch Luann, he has been keeping me in weekly salon visits at Elizabeth Arden. It does help when you prepare yourself with a great lawyer. So if you happen to catch your lying, cheating, stealing ex-husband with a Luann, be sure to have a lawyer and keep receipts. You know, out there somewhere she has an ex-husband who just cries. Just cries. Yes. Again, ladies, I have a question. What was the goal here? Was it to make your head huger and then your face look skinnier? I feel like, and I'm Connie Chung with the Nighttime News. Back to you with the Lifetime movie, She Couldn't Run Away, featuring Meredith Baxter Birney. I could be Judith Light in She Couldn't Tell. I want to be on Designing Women and I look like I shot JR. This is just upsetting. Also, I may or may not have sent my mom this picture with me in the curlers and the possum apropos of nothing. So I expect my Baker Act wellness check to be coming any minute. So this is a gift and grift away. So I do have some stuff. Mr. Mo is ecstatic because I've been getting crafty stuff to give away, and it's just been hanging out in various storage things because we decided then to fix my room up. So I do have this crinkle, ASMR crinkle, but it is a fun little mushroom house cottage cross stitch set or kit. So it comes with everything you need. Obviously not like the frame, but it comes with all the string. Now, I will tell you that I tend to run out of colors, but that's because I'm chaotic. In theory, if you are like really, really organized, you can get through the entire kit with the thread that they give you. I'm just letting y'all know that has never been a reality in my life that I've done that completely. Then we have this fish one, very cool, and Legos. Now, obviously, they're not really Legos, but they are a type of Lego. I went a little nuts on Black Friday last year. I am not going to lie, these things have been here since last year. So I have those, and we have some video clips all about possums because, good Lord, y'all, we needed a laugh. Yeah, my mom is just like, what? And I was like, I'm doing a fun stream because I had to do this horrible trial all week. And she's like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand, but I'm happy that you're happy. You know, that weird thing where people are like, maybe she'll grow out of it. Thank you so much, Kay Wood. Yeah, so this is just going to be a fun stream. Honestly, it's going to be a break for all of us to have fun and laugh. And, if Possum Lady happens to catch the first little bit, I'm going to make a little video. Then, and she wants to collab one day because that would be hilarious. I'll take my fake possum. Now, okay, you guys, there was an option to get this possum, obviously, without the hair extensions. Thank you so much, JKD Buck. Mo Pearl, I know. I will say that I have never felt so close to my grandmother. She had brunette hair and this particular hairstyle. So my mother was like, what are you doing and why? Which is not something she hasn't had to question. I was youngest, most feral child when I was younger. I just didn't realize it. Audio coffee, I don't know. It's been weird, but I figured we all needed a little bit of a laugh, a little bit of something beyond the terribleness. I'm doing a grift and gift. So, I am going to be doing the first. Now, this is a larger kit, so it might take you a longer time, but I do find cross stitch really, really relaxing. So I figured maybe you guys would like it too. If you don't like it, I understand. I'm going to try to get these shipped out this week. So, did you wear a wig to dinner? No, I did. I actually went out with my normal hair for our anniversary lunch, but I'd redded it up, so people were still confused. And of course, if you have a possum, your cat is going to get confused. Actually, Loki is just up here because he likes to eat my wigs. He is jealous. He is a jealous little butt. So he likes to come and make sure he likes to eat my wig. My wigs. So he's over here. Also, I have the heater on my chair. So all the cats love my chair. They're like, it's heated. We love it. Oh, and we like you. We like you. But we also like your heater. So if you have, a cat who gets a little jealous and territorial over wigs, hide your wigs and make sure he stays out of your closet.
And make sure he doesn't be a dum-dum.
Thank you for that, youngest, most feral. Thank you. Oh, no. Look, the cats begrudgingly let me brush them because they have more fur than an entire tribe of Chewbacca's. I thought that my house was going to look awesome because we are changing all of our very beautiful vintage contractor grade Berber carpet. Don't be peanut butter and jealous. Thank you, K Matt Red Queen. we're changing all that with the vinyl. So I thought my floor is going to look beautiful. It's going to look so much better than, the carpet that looks like it's got leprosy because my children can't keep food off my carpets. So here I am thinking that we need more wigs and puppets to show off story and shenanigans. Yes. So here I'm thinking, okay, like I am going to look, as you can see, floating through the air, just remnants of cat Chewbacca fur. So I try to brush them at least once a week to keep the fur, and they would like to attack me for doing such. You'd think that as their furless servant, as their emotional support human, they would be good with me, lavishing care upon them. No, you'd think that it was like boys. Oh no, I have a story. It of course contains the youngest, most feral. Would you like to hear the story of the cat fur beard? Yes, it is an actual story. This did in fact happen to me. Because of course it did, and it's the youngest, most feral, so of course he did. So about when I first got hurt was 4 years ago, and youngest, most feral was around 6. Now, youngest, most feral has, oddly enough, somewhat matured despite stories from him or about him. He has matured just a little bit. But right when I first got hurt, I went from having I took Tylenol once in a while, but not much. I went to having no medication to being on some pretty heavy duty medications. And with one of them, it would basically put me to sleep completely. So when I would take those, when I was, home by myself before he went to school, he couldn't go outside. Well, this was a weekend, and his dad, I think, was still doing drill. And I told him, I was like, I'm sorry. I know you want to go outside right now and play, but I'm not feeling good. And you need to stay here in my room so that, because I'm tired, you can play on your pad. You can watch a movie or whatever, but I need you to stay here. And then I fell asleep. I mean, I could hear him, like the mom at bat ears where you can hear the iPad and, general moving around. So I'm asleep, and Mr. Mo must have come home, and he comes in and he's like, "What the hell did you do to the cat?" And at this point, I am wondering, because I start to wake up, and there is a pile of cat fur on my face and neck. Orange. Cat fur. And a cat, Loki, has a big old bald patch. Yeah, you're laughing. That was not funny. Well, my son had decided that since he could not go outside, it would be fun to try arts and crafts of the cat fur variety. So he had given me a cat fur ginger beard in my sleep, as you do. And I'm over here trying to figure out, before I figured this out, because I'm over here like, what in the hell did I do? I'm like, holy crap, this is going to be this is going to be my snapped episode. I'm like, shit, I just started watching Trials, and here I am sleepwalking, shaving the cats. No one's going to believe this crap. I'm going to have a defense, and they're going to lock me up in jail. Like, who's going to believe that I fell asleep and gave myself a cat beard? So I am legitimately trying to figure out if I need to send myself to the hospital due to my, Ed Gein variety arts and crafts. And my husband says, "Do you think the boy did it?" And I was like, why would he cut the hair off a cat to give me a beard. He's like, I don't know. Why would you do that? And I realized then that yes, it was probably the youngest, most feral. Because he said, yeah, I gave you a beard. You was asleep. As if that was the normal thing to do. Like if your mother happens to nap and tells you to play quietly, the first thing you would do would be, remove the cat's, top layer of fur to give her a beard.
I cannot remember that.
It's a good thing I remember stuff.
That was like 6 years ago, probably.
4 years. Yes. So, yeah. So I know that abstinence programs aren't a big thing in school, but I'm seriously considering leasing out Youngest Most Feral as a pro abstinence teaching tool, if you will, learning device. Yes, this is a wig. No, I did not do this to my hair. Although yeah, so if you have ever, been asleep as a mom and woken up to a cat fur beard, then you know what my life has been like and why this might be considered a comedic outlet for me. As per usual. Now, I found this particular creator and he is hilarious and also scientific. So he is going to tell us all about the not dead possums, for our possumiest, posthumous possumiest video.
How dead is this opossum? Why do some snakes do this? Are they drunk? And will this opossum live to see another day? You're about to find
Probably
out.
not.
I know what you're thinking. Wouldn't want to meet one of those in a dark alley.
Yes, legitimately. Okay, look, I'm terrified of a lot of nature animals because I am pretty sure I was an evil, deranged taxidermist in a past life, and I did horrible things to woodland creatures, and they hate me. I've had squirrels cut my brake lines. I've had a deer injure me.
The deer that broke your...
So tangentially, I just realized that whatever I did in a past life to animals, I should not be around them. I seem to be okay with cats. They seem to like me, but wild woodland creatures, no. So I don't know what I did in a past life. I don't know if I had an entire freezer full of possums and squirrels. I don't know, but kindly, the Mo in the past life that hurt you isn't the Mo of this lifetime. Stop punishing her. I don't know what she did to you, but please, look, I will stay in my inside area. How about you guys just not, tamper with my brakes again? Legitimately, squirrels ate through my brakes. So, I don't know what I did to you woodland creatures, but I apologize.
Oh, you need a nice bright alley so you can get a good look at that face. Looks like a number 2 pencil got busy with a werewolf but opossums like this one, cherry punctuation. But opossums like this one are lovers, not fighters. And when I say opossum, I mean the ones in the Americas in the order Didelphimorphia, not the possums that live in Australia. Very different animals. Way to screw things up, Australia. There are 126 species of opossum, but only
Wait a
one...
minute. There's 126 species of possum?
Wait, what was that?
I want them to like me, but apparently they want to cut my brake lines. Now, according to the Ford dealership, apparently there's a special coating on the wiring in newer cars that smells really good to squirrels. And I was like, good. So the squirrels were hungry, not vindictive, will be on my tombstone.
One lives in North America, the Virginia opossum. But down south, there's a woolly opossum, a big ear opossum, fat-tailed, short-tailed...
That name.
Oh, no, that is... No.
6 species of opossum, but only one lives in North America, the Virginia opossum. But down south, there's a woolly opossum, a big ear opossum.
No, this looked like a rat that was near Fukushima. I'm gonna need
Not near Chernobyl.
rat near Chernobyl. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, is that like a hairless possum? Look, I like cats, but the hairless ones are they're not my jam.
Some fat-tailed, short-tailed, even a four-eyed opossum. But you'll notice none of them are called the two-headed opossum. Wouldn't help distinguish them, because in all these species, the males have a two-headed penis. Now, I can show you one, but only...
Move away. I do have earbuds in, so youngest most feral cannot hear what is being said, but figured the birds and the bees talk of possums might wait for later when I'm not in a wig dressed up as Dynasty.
Only if you show me the one you're imagining first. All right, we'll do a drawing. How's that? Now, the opossum penis is like the double-barrel shotgun of the penis world. Split down the middle and each side connects.
Is this why Pearl got into possums? Is this the real reason that Pearl... I'm sure there's a section of the hub that has possum-related content. I'm just not going to look there. Like Blue Waffle, I'm just never going to look.
To its own testicle. 2 shots. Surprisingly, science tells us this is not designed for nasal sex, but rather for the 2 vaginas and 2 uteruses that female opossums have up in their business. Now, the signs that opossums are actually quite agreeable start early. Take a look at this opossum sperm. Jerry, those are pool noodles. Thank you. I know what you're thinking. 2-headed penis, 2-tailed sperm makes sense. But those are actually 2 individual sperm cells that came together inside the male opossum when 2 sperm cells...
Okay, it is a joke, but I often tell Mr. Mo that Youngest Most Feral is a product of 2 of his boy parts coming together, and I just house that because Youngest Most Feral is like 990% his father's. I need a maternity test for that child. Like, he came out and it was like, oh, yeah, you're his. They were like, were you there? Anywhere? Anywhere? So I claim that this is not, a new thing. This happened with my last child, so sounds true.
meet. They will often rotate around each other until...
You know what? Maybe Pearl didn't have like a cheating lying sack of crap husband. Maybe she simply had a feral boy child that turned her around the bend. And she was like, you know what? I did what I could. I'm going to raise possums now. Because I could kind of see that happening. It makes more sense now that I think about it. She had 3 feral boy children. And she was done at the end. She was done. She's like, I just can't have nice things.